right, so the city's going to be a little late, but the other two that you guys here to see are not. So without further ado, we're going to bring out Holly herself, the one and only Kathy Coleman. Then, I just learned something new. We're going to bring out the one and only Will himself, Wesley Eure. Have a seat, guys. Have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat. Oh, I gave you guys. What did I just say about the rules? Oh my God, we need a keeper of the rules, and the guy already just broke the rules. All right, well, you know what? I already gave you the con rules, but I didn't give you the Angry Geek rules. That's right. And you guys know what the Angry Geeks rules are for those of you who've been to any of the ARE events. But I don't set these rules. You guys do. Kathy?
I just don't want me to kick it or you to kick it.
Is that water or is that something else?
It's water.
Are you sure? You're not even old enough to drink. You sure it's water? Come on now, Mama. All right.
Tell Dad.
All right. We gotta get Wesley. We gotta get to the rules, man. All right. So the rules are set by you guys.
Stone soup.
It's-
Wait, I don't think my mic is on, is it?
Let me see. Well, because that means
I mean, we're all very close. Can you hear
they're testing. James. Yes, it's working. I think it is. All right. This is James. Everybody, don't give him a round of applause because he is horrible at his job. All right. Give James a round of applause. All right. So let's get to the Angry Geeks rules. Angry Geeks rules is set by you guys. What are some of the questions you're tired of answering, don't want to answer, or just can't answer? Let the crowd know now.
I know the one.
What?
What'd you think of the movie?
Okay, so don't anybody ask that. Don't anybody. There you go. Don't anybody ask that question. If you do, what's your name? Martha will get up, take off your shoe, and beat you. Oh, better yet, Martha will beat you in the head with that bat if you ask that question. Okay, Kathy?
I mean, you know, people come to the table and they have their list of questions that they want to ask. And some of them are the repeat questions that you get all the time.
Yep.
But you know what? It's their turn. They have never met me before, so I let them ask all those questions, but I never let them leave without telling them something that I didn't tell the last person, or I'm not going to tell the person after that. I want them to have something special that's just for them, you know, and so I start after they ask me questions, even though they're the same semi-boring ones or whatever you want to call them. I ask them something about them, and then I try to bring it into my world,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Because you know what, you guys, I'm honest to God, I look so forward to coming to these shows because I love it. I love getting to meet new people, hear their stories of their journey on this nutty planet that we're on. It's crazy, you know?
All right, speaking of nutty planets, I did not know this. Now, I grew up watching the show. Actually, I lived the show. I was Saturday morning cartoons when the show came on, so I remember watching the premiere. There you go. And I never knew this until Wesley told me today. You sang the song?
Yeah. Do you guys know the song? Are you ready? Kathy's singing.
All right, well, wait, I got one question. Now, they say Marshall, Will, and Holly, but that was your last name. They don't mention the gad's name.
That's the dumb question.
Yes. I was like, I never figured that out. So, okay.
You know, the only way I could justify it is he was a park ranger. And you call people when you're a park ranger, like in the military and stuff, your last name, right? Mm-hmm. So it was Marshall, Rick Marshall. So, hey, Marshall, you know, so Marshall, Will, and Holly.
Or his job title, soldier, marshal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could be like
That's
a
a
job
stretch.
title.
Yeah.
But see, that was funny
He's not.
because I didn't realize he was a park ranger. I always thought he was like, because growing up in the 70s, right? every television dad besides the Brady Bunch guy was a scientist. The Brady Bunch guy was an architect. But all the other dads were a scientist, a doctor, or something like that. I always thought the dude was a doctor. I thought your guy's dad was a doctor, especially in the first episode. Shaka breaks his leg. Oh, I'll fix his leg. Okay, and another thing that really bothered me, well, especially today, was how y'all get like the cart and the rocks in the elevator in less than a day. Unless your dad was a doctor. Right? But no, he was a park ranger, and that didn't dawn on me till later. But anyway, what y'all have for breakfast today?
Well, I have this thing with Starbucks, and it's not for their coffee. I don't even drink their
It was
coffee.
the guy making the coffee. No.
No, but I drink a mocha frap every single morning, and so I went and got a frap.
Every single morning?
Yeah, it's my breakfast.
Really?
Yeah.
Wesley, what about you?
I don't
In the
usually.
hotel.
We
You
did
had a
the
banana, you had
buffet at
yogurt.
the Hilton. Yeah. Buffet. I'm a vegetarian.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah.
He had a
So-
banana and yogurt and stuff.
Yeah.
How is that
juice.
working out for? How did you start being a vegetarian? The big ass strawberries from the show, or
That was it. Yeah. No, you know what? Years ago, I backpacked around the world. I was thumbing my way around, India and Bangladesh and Burma and Afghanistan, all these places, Iran, Iraq, and the food was, especially in those countries, it's more vegetarian, like especially in India, and it made sense for me. And then all the health benefits. I remember there was a thing about Gates and Clinton and stuff became vegetarians. It changed their lives and stuff, health-wise. I thought, I could do that. But so it's been 30 years.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's why I do the frap.
I'm gonna get closer because she wants to touch me.
The health benefits.
And Kathy, you got to understand, guys, Kathy and I are best friends. There's a lot of shows on this planet that people are not very close to after the show's over.
Mm-hmm.
But the entire cast of ours really has, she's like my sister. We now live in the same town in Palm Springs. We see each other all the time. Sometimes my doorbell will ring, I open the door, and there's a Frappuccino at my door, and she's gone.
See, that's the way Sophia, Harley Quinn, that's the way she and I are. We're brother and sister. She stays over my house. My wife sets up like a little air mattress in the living room for her. And we travel to all the Comic Cons together doing our thing. So, I mean, a round of applause for that, because this is what we need in the world today, is friendship and relationship like that. So I'm like happy for you guys for that. Because
I've told Sid, because Sid is here, and guys, he was trying to come to the panel. He's 97. It just was a little too difficult, the distance and stuff. So please come to his table. I mean, come on, guys, 97 years old. And I've told him, you didn't just cast my TV family, but you gave me a real-life family. And Kathy talks to Phil Paley, who played Chaka almost every day. And
Really?
before Spencer passed away.
Yeah.
And we were all extraordinarily close.
When you meet Sid, you can just feel that he was the source of all of that, all those childhood shows that he put together. All that whimsical magic is still inside of him, and when you meet him in person, it bubbles out of him.
And yesterday we had an experience here in this town. Sid lived here in the 30s with his family, and his family, there was a hurricane in 1938, I believe, and Sid was on the beach, his house, and that whole neighborhood he was one of the only families that survived. They literally, his mom tied ropes around Marty and himself and his other brothers, and they crawled. They went through quicksand, and we went over there yesterday, and it's a park now, and there's just plaques, and you can see the foundations of some old houses. But he said to me when he was a little boy, when he was 9, he went to the Lowe's Theater, which is, I think it's the Strand now here, and he said, I watched 10,000 BC, and it's because of that show created Land of the Lost.
Really?
So we're coming full circle. We drove with Sid. I started to cry. We drove with Sid, and we passed where the Strand is, where the Lowe's was, and he said, that's where Land of the Lost came from. That's where I created it.
Wow. I thought it was going with Sigmund and the Sea Monsters, but wow. What, besides Land of the Lost, because I know that's obviously special, what other of Sid's shows were touch with you guys and
You're a little bit country. I'm a little bit rock and roll.
Real?
Yeah, Donnie and Marie.
Donnie and Marie?
Yeah.
Friday nights, 8 o'clock in my area. I'm a fan. I'm going to tell you guys, I'm a fan. Friday nights, 8 o'clock, Purple Socks.
Yeah, of course.
Right? See?
Right, yeah.
But she's like,
Well, you know,
remember that? Yes, of course I remember. You had a pair of purple socks?
With Donnie's face on the front.
With rhinestone in them, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Again, surprise look.
I didn't have Marie ones, although I did really like Marie, but I had
Oh, I
had
like
Donnie
Marie,
ones.
too. No.
Yeah. I was at one of their tapings, and I danced with Jimmy.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. All right, so what was one of your, besides Land of Lost, what was one of your favorite creations?
Of the Crofts?
Yeah.
I liked Donnie and Marie. I liked Lidsville.
Lidsville was pretty wild. Hey, by
I
the way.
liked all the hats. There was just something about Lidsville that was cool to me.
Okay.
I liked it.
All right, if you guys have any questions, line up to that mic right there because we're going to take questions from
and
you
they
guys,
had the Brady
please.
Bunch hour back in the day.
The only thing I can remember about the Brady Bunch hour is when I think it was Greg pushed Peter in the pool because they were talking to the showgirls.
Oh, hold on. It was like this.
Yes, I remember that. But no, for one reason, that's the only thing. Do you remember the Brady Bunch hour? It was like a variety
Yeah.
show.
A lot of bell
I know,
bottoms
you
bedazzled.
did it well. Want to do it again?
No, then they all did 1, 3 going that way, 3, and they went like this.
Oh, you have a question? Get up to the mic. What's your question?
Hi there, guys. Welcome to the convention.
Hi there.
What's your name?
Scott,
Hi, Scott. Everybody say hi, Scott.
Hey, Scott.
Quincy, Massachusetts.
Oh, wait, we got to do it again. I said say hi,
Where,
Wesley.
Massachusetts?
Quincy, Massachusetts.
Oh,
About 45 minutes from here.
okay.
How long did it take to film the average episode, would you say?
Wow, it was ridiculous. 2.5 days per episode, 2 a week. It's never been done. Remember, Saturday morning, it was written by the Star Trek writers like David Gerrold, Trouble with Tribbles, Walter Koenig, Chekhov created Enoch, and all DC Fontana, and all these amazing writers. But the budget was Saturday morning. And so they didn't have a big budget. So we churned those things out really quickly. And so every 2.5 days was a complete episode.
The green screen effects, was it green screen or blue screen that you guys used back
It
then?
was called chroma key blue.
Chroma
It's
key
like
blue.
the color of the girl's sweater right there. Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, honey.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi,
Melina.
Malia.
Oh, well, hello, Melina. So, by looking at it today, how fun was it?
It was a blast. It was literally like a jungle gym every day showing up for work. I would open up the stage door, and I would get there before most people got there, and I would leave before most people left. So the staging overnight took place when I had left for the day. So in the mornings, I'd come and see where the cameras were pointing, so I would know where we were going to be working that day. And there's one particular day that was really cool. I came around the corner when I got onto the sound stage, past the dressing rooms, makeup, wardrobe, all that. And I turned the corner where the chroma key wall was, and I saw these gigantic springs, 4 of them, gigantic, like 6 feet tall springs, and 2 ladders going up on either side of the springs, and a yellow raft sitting on top of them. And it was the opening scene. Okay. And so when we filmed that day, because I had no idea what that even meant, what are these springs, a raft, and ladders? And when we were all up in the raft, there were like 4 guys underneath us shaking those those springs and making it so we were going like this, when we were filming it. So that was really cool. That was a cool day to me.
All right. I have another question. Are you all done with it? You have another
Just
question?
one other quick
Okay, sure.
question. What was it like compare the differences working with Spencer Milligan and Ron Harper?
Ooh, good question.
Wow. We miss Spencer, and he apologized profusely to us for abandoning us. He left because merchandising, they were doing a lot of merchandising. We didn't get anything of that, any pieces. And so for all of us, he was trying to get something for all the actors, and it didn't work out, and he left. But he, we would go see Spencer every once in a while, and he would say, "I am so sorry I left you guys," because it really was our jumping the shark moment for us. Ron Harper came in from Planet of the Apes. Yep. And in fact, I was doing Days of Our Lives at the same time. I was playing Mike Horton. And in the morning, his wife, Ron Harper's wife, was on Days of Our Lives with me. And then I'd come and run through the monkeys, with Chaka and the Pakuni with Ron. But we missed Spencer. There was a chemistry that was different. And we just couldn't replicate it with Ron.
All right, thank you. I have a question. Wesley, you were a horrible brother. With the cart, no, hear me out. Hear me out. With the cart, okay? The cart that was magically built in less than an hour by a guy who I thought was a doctor.
Excuse me, we're talented.
Okay, well, wait.
Yeah,
wait a minute. How come you made her push the stupid thing, where in the next scene, you were like nonchalantly just pushing the wheel, and the cart was moving nice and easy. Anytime Will was moving the cart, you could see it before they got Dopey to move the cart. Will can just push the wheel with the cart, and the cart was moving nice. Holly had to move it, and she was underneath it and all kinds of other stuff.
Ran me over.
I know, I know, but no, you were just not.
Listen, and this is true.
I would do that to Sophia. Hold on, I'm not done. I would do that to Sophia without. Hi, Mom. My adopted mom right there. Hi.
Mom.
I would do that to Sophia, but why would I broke a rule? I do that's a bit. You're horrible.
No,
I
listen,
feel so bad for you.
One of the things that made Kathy's character, remember she was 12 years old when she started, but she was one of the first role models for young girls that was not just this victim and this innocent thing, that she saved our lives. She rescued us. We did a panel once, and they had all the superheroes, the women that were superheroes, from Wonder Woman to everybody, right? All the ones, and they asked Kathy to be part of it because her character, for a lot of girls, was a role model that changed girls' perception of what a girl should be. So in something like and me not trying to help her do something, she was able to do it herself. It wasn't about me rescuing my sister. She rescued me.
Oh, she was more.
That particular panel was really uncomfortable at first. It started out uncomfortable. I'm sitting on the stage with 10 women, and they were all the sexy woman from their show, like the Battlestar Galactica women, the Star Trek ladies, and they all had those cute little outfits that they wore in here. My outfit was corduroys and a checkered shirt. There wasn't anything sexy about it or anything,
Well, that would have been
But
kind
the
of
point
weird.
being is what you said. It was about being a role model for young girls, so.
Well, your character also was pretty, I'm going to say a bad word here, so you cover your ears, was badass. Because you were more courageous than Will. Sorry, Wesley. Oh. You were. Because, don't touch that rock. And you went over and touched the rock. Hey, this thing it's nice and smooth. It's making a noise. You approached Shaka. And you technically, any dinosaur, you were like, I'm going to go see what Duppy's doing. You didn't care. Well, Will is like, I'm going to go talk to Dad before we go over here. You didn't care. Oh, there's a plant that looks like it'll rip my head off. I'm going to go touch it. Holly, don't touch the plant. But you still went and did it. And it was, especially with the Sleestaks, you kind of backed away. But you still went full force after everything. So I could see why you were on that panel.
Well, I can tell you in real life, Wesley has been my hero many a time. So.
Oh, round of applause for that. Hi, what's your name?
It's Rob. I'm up from Westerly.
Hi, Rob.
Rhode Island. As far away as you can get in Rhode Island,
Hi,
and still
Rob.
be in Rhode Island. So my question is actually regards the Sleestaks. As someone who was, watching the show when he was a kid, freaked out by the Sleestaks.
We all were.
What were your initial impressions? Were there ever any times when you were as scared as we were by them? No.
No, and I'll tell you why. They were all college basketball players. One in particular was Bill Lambier he played for the Detroit Pistons. He was one of our Sleestaks. But they were made out of wetsuits, like surfing wetsuits. And so those costumes, when they were fully suited and they were in a scene with us under the lights, the hot lights that were on the set, they could only film for like 30 seconds at a time, and then they had to take the headpieces off and pull the suits down. They were just that hot. So the majority of the time on the set, like if you ever see surfers on the side of the road, at the ocean, they just have it pulled down. They have like a white T-shirt on or something, and that's how they walked around. And they were just nice, innocent young guys. They were athletes, so they had like a wholesome kind of attitude. And there was one Sleestak. His name was John Lambier. And he wound up on Chips. Actually, he was one of the cops in the station on Chips. Yeah. But I thought he was the cutest of all the Sleestaks.
Yeah, I can't believe she's saying that Bill Lambier was really sweet and nice. If you guys know basketball, he was
I didn't. Not Bill Lambier.
Not Bill.
John
Lambert
was the one I thought was cute.
No, but you said that those guys were kind of innocent and stuff, except Bill Lambier, the Detroit
but he
Pistons.
was back then.
He was.
But I used to brag about that. I'd say, yeah, Bill Lambier is one of our Sleestaks, blah, blah, blah.
Kathy and I wouldn't surprise him.
He was horrible. I watched that Michael Jordan special. He was horrible to Michael Jordan. Now I don't like to brag that much about him. He was bad. Yeah, they were bad boys.
I feel I just lost control of the panel because I have no idea any of these names that you guys are saying. I have nothing to do with the sports ball. I grew up like watching your show and the rest of Sid's shows. I don't know anything about sports ball.
Back to you.
But no, it's not about me. It's about you guys. But like you start speaking a foreign language, it's like you're speaking Shaka's language, which I want to talk about. They created that language, I heard.
Yes, they did. A woman, a professor from UCLA created it.
Do you guys know any of it?
Yeah.
Say.
Oganza Bisasa, big magic.
And he is Wira. I am Ari, and our last name is Marshara. Mm-hmm. And the Sleestaks are Sarisa Taka.
Yeba Ota.
No, it's Yota.
I was going to ask you to order your Starbucks and
You know what? We had a contest, and we thought, because there's a dictionary out. It's online, and she took this linguist. She took 8 different languages, different variations of different languages, and put them together to create the Pakuni language. And so we thought, I wonder if we could sing the theme song with Pakuni. And we had an online contest, and this woman, Lynn, I think was her name, she won, and she was able. I can't sing it like I forgot all the lyrics, but she took the dictionary and got as close as she could to singing the lyrics in Pakuni.
Really?
Yeah.
And we actually, at another show, we did a panel, and there was a woman on the stage signing for the audience, and she signed the Land of the Lost song. Since we were singing
it. Yeah, I sang it next to her slowly, and she was signing it. It was
really
fabulous.
cool to see that.
Well, I usually get my person that we have doing the sign language doing a lot of weird stuff. So I think that's pretty cool that you guys had him do the theme song, Holy Mackerel. So I'm like, wow, that's like amazing that you guys could even speak that language still.
Well, you have to remember, and Phil Paley, Phil was 9 years old, 9, 10, and he was the youngest black belt in karate. His teacher was Chuck Norris, and he got the job. They were going to initially get the Crofts, because they used a lot of the little people, Billy Barty and different people like that, and they were going to get a little person to play Chaka. So Phil was on The Tonight Show. He just got his black belt. He's in his little white gis. He's this tall. And he goes on with Johnny Carson and Chuck Norris. And Phil had been on every talk show that week. He'd been on What's My Line, I've Got a Secret, and all this stuff. Well, he takes Johnny and he flips Johnny onto the floor and goes, yeah, like that. And Johnny falls on the floor. And Johnny runs into Ed McMahon's arms and goes, oh, help me, protect me. And the Crofts saw that, and they said, that little kid could be Chaka.
Wow. So what was your, you probably answered this question 1,000 times, and I said, don't do this. What was your initial reaction to seeing Shaka in the outfit?
Fabulous.
Well, I actually saw him on one of the callbacks I went on because I had worked with Phil prior to Land of the Lost.
Okay.
He and I did a Cheez-Its commercial together.
Well, you did a Cheez-Its commercial. Why, there's a song, Kathy, that you sang as a little girl with Phil Paley in the back of a Volkswagen thing.
Oh,
Remember those?
I can't. You know what? You don't even have to work it.
What?
Yeah.
I like munching. I like crunching. We
like
like
eating-
sunshine Cheez-Its. Great cheese taste in every bite.
We like eating Cheez-Its.
So I like munching.
I like crunching.
We like sunshine Cheez-Its. I love the wild taste of cheese.
Hey, more Cheez-Its, please.
They're great crunching crackers.
Whoa! That was not planned, okay? That was not planned. Do it again.
And this is before Land of the Lost, so she was like, how old were you? You were 10 or something. You were like 11 or...
Oh, and the
the
Cheez-Its
Cheez-Its.
commercial, maybe 9, something like
Yeah,
that.
and Phil was like 7.
Yeah.
I mean, and they would play brother and sister in the back seat of the car.
What?
And you can see it on YouTube. It's actually on YouTube.
Really?
You can Google it, yeah.
So what got you into acting, and then what got you into acting?
I needed attention.
And that's why I dress the way I do. Well, that's what my wife says.
By the way, you look, it's amazing. I told you this backstage, and I said, wow, you rock it.
Well, this is toned down for me. This is like really toned down, and I dress like this all the time. And you were told that, so yeah, I appreciate it. But this is super toned, right, Mom? This is toned down. This, and those of you that know the Angry Geeks, thank you very much. But this is very toned. Hi.
Hello,
You're so bubbly. What's your name?
Jennifer.
Hi. Everybody say hi to Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer.
Oh, we did it right this time. Okay. What's your question?
Well, I've met you at another convention, and then you worked behind the scenes on Dragon Tales. Do you want to talk about that?
Sure. Dragon Tales, I was one of the creators of Dragon Tales on PBS and developed it. And it was, you know, it's interesting when you create something that has such legs. You know, it was on for 10 years. It was every country in the world, and with dolls and live shows and stuff. And it's something that's very close to my heart. And to watch it, I remember the most amazing moment. I was watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade, and suddenly there's a Cassie balloon of one of the characters I created flying above, you know, the parade. And I go, what the heck? To see that, I had no idea that they were doing it. And there she was. So those moments, yeah, it was an honor to do that.
That's
And
awesome.
then an amazing fan sent you that snow globe of the Macy's parade taking place with the Cassie balloon inside the little snow globe. Remember?
But that year was some anniversary, and they had an anniversary globe with the different balloons, and one of them was the little Cassie balloon.
We have the best fans, I swear to God. The best fans, because back then with the limitation of just 3 channels, the loyalty that you get with that, and the longevity, and the people who just, you know, stuck with us all these years. The show is like 50 years old. It's amazing.
You're dating us, Kathy. You're dating us. You're
I
dating
know,
us
but
all.
we're still here.
I know.
We made it.
It's
great.
amazing, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sid Croft says it all the time. Can you believe 51 years ago, they still remember us?
Well,
that-
why wouldn't we? I mean,
We
you guys
grew up
were
together.
Yeah, you guys. The show was magic.
You know, and it's because of the writers. I mean, I know the special effects look hokey now, but they were state of the art back then. They really were. And because David Gerald, who was our head writer, Trouble with Triples for Star Trek, he got all the Star Trek had just finished. Sid and Marty went up to Gene Roddenberry and asked him to be the head writer. He says, I can't do it, but I've got a young writer, David Gerald. And
Thank
David
you.
said he told the writers, he said, we're going to write a sci-fi show that airs on Saturday morning, not a Saturday morning sci-fi show.
Did your question get answered, hon? Yes, it did. Okay.
No, I'm
Well,
sorry.
thank you.
Dragon Tales, it's almost time for Dragon Tales. Come along, take my hand, let's all go to Dragon Land.
That's
Any
wow.
reason to sing.
So before we get back to talking about growing up and being happy, where did the idea for Dragon Tales come from? I like to ask that question because you never know if it was like a dream. You woke up, you had a dream, you got knocked on the noggin. Where did it come from?
Well, I had written a book called The Red Wings of Christmas, and Disney bought it for an animated feature, and I'd written the screenplay and the songs for Disney. And I'd been producing a show called Totally Hidden Video for Fox, a hidden camera show like Candid Camera. Anyway, the executive moved over to Sony Pictures. PBS was offering a $16 million grant for a new kids show. Sesame Street wanted it, the Muppets wanted it, everybody wanted it. And so the executive producer I work with called me. He said, my son's favorite book is The Red Wings of Christmas. He said, I've got these dragon drawings, which didn't look anything like the show. And he said, can you create a show? We've got some ideas. And I went over there and wrote it in 3 days and sold it within a week.
Wow. Yeah, that deserves a round of applause. Well, hey, I just got the 10-minute warning. Anyone else have a question, you better line up now.
Well, we have to sing the theme song.
Well, go right ahead.
Right?
No, we still
Everybody?
got time. I was saving that for the very, very end.
Excuse me.
Well,
Are you
But
going
no,
to
let's
sing
do
it
it now.
walking through the audience?
no, let's do it now. Let's do it now.
No, wait. Would you guys sing it? You know the lyrics? Would you guys sing it with us? Kathy? Kinda?
Kind.
So here we go.
Marshall,
Will, and Holly on a routine expedition met the greatest earthquake ever known.
Speed it up.
High on the rapids, it struck their tiny raft and plunged them down 1,000 feet below to the land of the lost, to the land of the lost. And then Grumpy the dinosaur goes, roar. And the closing, which is my favorite. When I look all around, I can't believe the things I found. Now I need to find my way. I'm lost, find me living in the land of the lost, living in the land of the lost. Sid and Marty Krofft Television Productions.
So y'all help me on that one because I didn't know the end. I did not know the end one. I didn't know the end because I was sad the show end. Besides Dopey, who's your favorite dinosaur on the show? And not Alice either. You can't use Alice. You can't use Dopey. Who was your favorite?
What's his name? Squirt? No. The little Junior.
All right, Wesley?
Oh, no. I take that back. Emily. Dopey's mama.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Grumpy.
Grumpy.
Yeah. My favorite line, can I tell you my favorite line?
Yeah.
This is true. There's a scene where Dopey's caught in a tree, and he's going, and Grumpy hears it and goes, oh, yum. And I'm going, Dopey, back up, because he's going to get eaten. Back up. And Dopey goes, and I finally yell, do you want to be dinosaur stew? And he goes, and the animation goes, and he flips over backwards, and he runs away.
When you guys finally got to watch the episodes, though, what did you think when all the effects were put into it?
I used to watch some of them with my family at home, and it was a trip to see, like, what we were doing on the set actually, like, all put together and made into a story. Because sometimes you shoot, like, the end in the beginning, and then the middle in the beginning or the end, and so it's not all in sequence. So the whole story being told, you see, oh, now I see why we were doing it that way, or what have you. So, yeah, it was cool, and we actually saw one episode in San Diego at the Comic Con convention that literally made me cry. It was like, oh my God. It was the one where we lost our dad.
It was the opening of the third episode, and we lost our dad. And you forget, Kathy is an amazing actress, and the scene when, I started sobbing because I had not seen it in 40 years or whatever. And her performance, you forget how good she is sometimes. Just you do. I mean, it was amazing. So, but what was interesting about back in the day is I would miss a lot of the Saturdays because remember there was no DVD, there was no saving it. So if you missed it, too bad.
It was
I mean,
gone.
so some of them I never saw until it came out on DVD.
Yeah, it was. Once it was gone, it was gone.
Yeah.
All right. Let's pull, since we only got 5 minutes left, I think, 5 minutes left. Let's pull somebody from the audience. We're going to quiz them. How about that? We want to play a game?
Fun,
Yeah, we're
fun.
going to play, let's see. Wesley, pick somebody, and then Kathy, you're going to pick
Oh my
somebody.
God! Come on, who thinks they've got the knowledge? Is
This-
a
I'm
big
gonna,
fan?
I'm gonna go with Martha.
Martha.
Oh,
all
come
right,
on.
Martha's going to be one.
This is an amazing couple, by the way. We have a traveling Sleestak that was created. It's a doll. It has its own website. It's Slatch, which was the only talking Sleestak that could be out in the sunlight, and it is traveling the world. And they took it on the Star Trek cruise, the doll, and they posted the pictures on the website, and they had a costume that matched the Star Trek events that night, and they changed it was amazing. What they did was incredible.
I think you should pick somebody
Okay.
that's hiding in the back. I don't know, somebody who's
who's a
hiding
big
in the
fan?
back.
Anybody like a
Oh, no,
think
wait,
they
Who
know?
wants to take on the challenge?
Now, I want to just pick somebody random, like somebody that doesn't look like they're paying attention. The guy in glasses with his head down looked like he was on his
You?
phone.
No, come on. Who knows? Somebody, don't be shy.
Pick
We're
any-
all friends.
You right there?
Yep, that's it. You already got him, Kathy. That's it. You got him.
You.
Who? Yes,
Yeah.
you. Yes. No, that's it.
Them behind you. Come on back up.
You don't even know what
Yeah,
we're going to
yeah.
do yet.
Oh. He's going to come up. Come
All
on.
right. Okay. All right. Well, he asked a question. I wanted
know,
somebody
but,
new.
But
Okay.
He's willing. Everybody else that was new said, no way, Jose.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, my God. Okay. So, was it Martha?
Yes.
Why'd you say that name? Oh, see what I did there, anybody?
Oh, no. Stay where you
No,
are.
no,
Come
no,
here.
stay. You're not allowed on the stage. You got to keep security. Wow.
What?
happened-
Give up show business?
I know. Okay. So, what are we going to make them do?
You're the one who came up with this
I know, but I
contest.
forgot.
You have to stump them with a land of the lost question.
Okay, landed a lost question.
Okay,
Okay,
I got one.
What?
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Okay, Wesley got it.
First one. What was Chaka's the female Pakuni that Chaka knew, part of the tribe?
Of course, it's a good question.
There was Ta, and then the female, played by Sharon Baird, by the way, who was Sharon in the Mouseketeers.
Bah.
Okay, sit down. Martha wins by default.
Okay, Martha, I have
Martha.
a question for you.
No, wait for the answer. Sa. It was Ta and Sa. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, but that's
Okay.
good. So you have 50 points.
She had 50,
Okay,
50,
now-
50
now-
points. Oh, my
now.
God. Kathy's being generous. Okay.
50 for this one. And
Okay.
then you have a total of 100.
Okay.
What was the name of the first cave that we lived in? In seasons 1 and 2, we lived in a cave before we moved to the Lost City. What was the name that we called the cave we lived in?
Dun, dun, dun. I don't think that was the name of the
Anybody
cave.
know it?
I don't think that was the name. He said,
No.
No.
He said,
well,
I
you're,
don't-
You're kind of warm.
Okay,
You're
not
kind of
low,
warm.
but
High.
High Cliff.
High Bluff.
Oh,
high blood.
all right. Because he said, I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure that wasn't the name. This was the
I
quickest.
feel like this is a mental test at the hospital. They give you the 3 words you have to read.
who's
You know,
the
you're doing your
president?
physical. You have to remember
This-
later. Like, oh gosh.
You know, I've been on stage with celebrities and doing this thing for the past 12 years. And this was the quickest panel that I've ever done on this very stage. This was insane. You guys were like a joy. And I mean, I was here with the whole, I was with the Banana Splits, I was with Priscilla Presley, the Mayan Sons of Anarchy, you name it. But this was quick, fast, and a joy. You guys are incredible. Round of applause for
Thank
Kathy
you.
and
Thank you
Wesley.
for all of you coming. We appreciate it.
I need you all, sit down, we're not done.
See,
Sit.
that was a standing ovation.
I know, but listen. I need you all to do me a favor. If you haven't already, but if you already have, I want you to do it again. Go down to their table, get an autograph, get a selfie, say hi, shake their hands. Right after the panel, if you're here all weekend long, stalk them, go over there, get a whole bunch of stuff. And because that's what they're here for. They're here to see you guys. Okay.
And we normally, you know, we normally at shows bring our yellow raft for photos. We blow it up, put it on the floor, have oars and yellow and life jackets and Sleestak heads, but they wouldn't. We said we couldn't put it up this time at the show. Didn't have the space.
Why?
We try. We have the raft is at our table under the table,
okay.
but we couldn't blow it up.
I don't have no pull there. Sorry, guys. Anyway, a round of applause
Thank
for
you, guys.
Wesley and Kathy. Oh, my pleasure. We're gonna see you in the back. Go down to their table and say hi. Thank you guys for coming.